My dearest Victor, I'm so worried about you. Henry's letters say you've been terribly ill, but I won't feel calm until I see a word from you in your own handwriting. For a while now, I've stopped my uncle from making the long, difficult journey to Ingolstadt, but I wish I could have gone myself. I keep picturing you being looked after by some stranger, not your loving cousin. But Henry says you're getting better, so I'm holding on to that hope. Please, just get well and come home. You'll find a happy, cheerful house waiting for you, filled with people who love you. Your father is healthy and only wants to see you well, and you'd be so proud of Ernest. He's 16 now, full of life, and wants to be a true Swiss and join a foreign service. We can't bear to part with him, at least not until you're back. He's not like you, Victor. He finds studying a chore and spends all his time outdoors. I worry he'll become an idler if we don't let him follow his heart. Not much has changed here. The blue lake and snowy mountains are just as you remember them. Oh, but there is one thing. Justine Moritz is back with us. Do you remember her? Her mother, a widow, never liked her. My aunt, your mother, saw how badly she was treated and brought her to live with us when she was 12. Justine was always your favorite. You used to say one look from her could cheer you up. My aunt adored her and gave her a good education. Justine worshipped her in return, mimicking her every word and gesture. After my aunt's death, poor Justine was overcome with grief. Then, one by one, her siblings passed away. Her mother, left with only the daughter she'd neglected, was consumed by guilt. She believed their deaths were a punishment and called Justine home. It was a miserable time for her. Her mother would swing between begging for forgiveness and blaming Justine for her siblings' deaths. This constant stress wore her mother down, and she passed away this last winter. Justine has returned to us now, and she's as clever, gentle, and pretty as ever. She reminds me so much of my dear aunt, and I have to tell you about little William. He's so tall for his age, with laughing blue eyes and curly hair. He's a charmer with a favourite little wife already, Louisa Byron. As for Geneva gossip, the pretty Miss Mansfield is marrying a young Englishman. Her sister Manon married the rich banker M. Duvalard, and your old schoolmate Louis Manoir, after some misfortunes, is reportedly marrying a lively French widow. Writing this has lifted my spirits, but my anxiety returns as I finish. Please, dearest Victor, just one word will be a blessing. Thank Henry for his incredible kindness. We are so grateful. Adieu, my cousin. Take care of yourself, and I beg you, write. After reading Elizabeth's letter, I knew I had to write back immediately. The effort exhausted me, but my recovery had begun. Within a fortnight, I could leave my room. One of my first tasks was introducing my friend Clerval to the university professors. This was torture. Ever since that fateful night, the very mention of natural philosophy filled me with a violent dread. The sight of a chemical instrument brought back all my nervous agony. Henry, seeing this, had removed all my equipment and even changed my apartment. But visiting the professors undid all his care. M. Waldman praised my incredible progress, and his kindness was like a slow, cruel death. I writhed internally, but couldn't show my pain. Clerval, ever perceptive, skillfully changed the subject. I thanked him silently. He was surprised, I could tell, but he never pressed me for my secret. I loved him immensely, but I could never bring myself to confide in him about the event that haunted me. M. Kremp was less gentle. His blunt praise was even more painful. "This fellow has outstripped us all," he'd shout. "A youngster who once believed in alchemy is now at the head of the university." He called my suffering modesty and launched into a long speech about himself, which thankfully drew the attention away from me. Clerval's interests were in literature, not science. He came to Ingolstadt to master Oriental languages, Persian, Arabic, and Sanskrit. To escape my own thoughts and my hated former studies, I eagerly joined him. I found not just distraction, but consolation in the works of the Orientalists. Their melancholy was soothing, their joy elevating. Their writings paint a world of warm sun, rose gardens, and passionate love so different from the heroic poetry of Greece and Rome. Summer passed, and I planned to return to Geneva in the autumn. But delays came, winter arrived, and the roads became impassable. My journey was postponed until spring. The delay was bitter, as I longed for home. The winter, however, was cheerful. When spring finally arrived, its beauty made up for the wait. By May, I was expecting the letter with my departure date any day. Henry suggested a walking tour of the countryside so I could say a proper farewell. I was delighted. Exercise and Clerval's company were just what I needed. My health and spirits, long restored, grew even stronger. Clerval reawakened my love for nature and the simple joy of seeing happy faces. My selfish pursuits had narrowed my world, but his gentle affection opened my heart again. I became the happy person I once was, finding ecstasy in a serene sky and green fields. Henry rejoiced in my happiness, his own mind a fountain of imagination, inventing tales and reciting poetry as we walked. We returned one Sunday afternoon to the sound of peasants dancing, and my own heart was filled with unbridled joy.